You'll notice down here on the legend it shows different colors for what that jet might be doing. And right now it's processing the order. This is being recorded right now at about 3:30 in the afternoon during the holiday season, and so there's not a whole lot of ticks that are coming through. And in order to process, it needs a tick. So if you're watching right up here, this spinner, it's waiting. It's waiting for information ticks to come in order to process. So this is going to be a little bit slower than usual at processing. During high liquidity times, it will move fairly quick.
So our first tick created the trade.
Our first tick that came in created the trade. You'll see down here in the terminal window, under the trades tab here, it shows the 3 lots that were created, but it sets the pricing out wide on the pending orders, way out to check for in case there's any problems, because the program will check for certain parameters to make sure that the parameters that you sent through the trade manager are acceptable. So now we're waiting for another tick, at which point it will attempt to tighten up the orders according to the parameters. Set the stops and set the targets. There, we got a tick that came in. It set the entry, set the stop, and now it's and it also set the targets on the first 2 lots, and now it's hunting for an entry, and it will continue to follow up those lows of each bar as long as it's rising until it until it trades above a previous bar's swing high. And when it drops, it will pick it up and open the trade. You can see our take profit is a little bit too close, and that's because it set those profits based off of a 5-minute time frame that we chose for setup. So if we widen that out to say the 15, we update, then the trade manager will make those adjustments and widen that out according to a 15-minute time frame setup. So a trade, and the idea is a trade that's set up on a 15-minute time frame is going to have wider targets, farther targets. So it's processing that. And as soon as we get a tick, it should update. There it goes. You'll notice how that widened that first target out. So this is you can visualize our risk reward. You can see what we're risking, 5 pips risk for 10 pip profit, almost 2 to 1. And you can visualize that too. I mean, this distance from here to here, if it's almost twice that amount down to here. And it puts that first take profit above these support areas right here, which is reasonable. So that'll close the first lot. And it will close the second lot as well when you have aggressive selected on the risk management over here. Oop. This aggressive was selected, so it will close the first 2 lots at that first take profit. If we unselect it and update, then it'll set out the second target. These will no longer be the same. It'll change the second target out farther. at closer to a wholesale level here on a short, or if it were a long, closer to a retail level.
Funny if this trade works.
All right, while we're waiting for this to update, let's open up a jet and talk about some of the other settings. We basically have it divided up into a couple of sections here. The beginning is the templates, which if you trade a certain time frame and off, a lot, you can speed up your trade loading by using a template. And basically what that does is that just loads up these time frame settings here. And the idea behind the trade manager is you make the decisions regarding the trade before the trade's open. It takes a lot of the emotion out of it. And so once we set it, then we let the trade manager manage the trade. The next section here is the instrument section, where it's pretty obvious. You choose the currency pair that you're trading, whether you're going to go long or short. Time frames, this is the heart of the program. It's basically, we have, as you know from your training, we have certain conditions that need to occur to create setups, and those will happen on a specific time frame. We have other conditions that need to occur in order to trigger an entry. Now I'm going to take a quick break because we did get an update of a tick, and so it was able to send the second take profit. You'll notice how that is down much closer towards wholesale levels. So the way this is designed now, because we unchecked aggressive, take profit for lot 1 is here, for lot 2 is here, and the final take profit will be, the trade will just stay open until the stop is triggered according to the trade manager, whichever time frame you're using here. So with the setup time frame, we told it that things were set up off the 15-minute. That's what it's going to use for basically setting its profit targets, how far we expect this trade to go, where the odds are. Entry time frame is the time frame where we are set up for the hunt. So we chose the 5-minute here. So on this 5-minute time frame, the M5, it trails up underneath each bar's low here until it reverses. Once it reverses and drops, it'll trigger it. But if it continued to climb, it would continue to trail it up. And so that's what we call the hunt. It's hunting for an entry. It's waiting for it to actually reverse and drop below a previous bar's low and drop through that support, at which time it would trigger the entry. Actually, these are only pending orders right now. Once the entry is